Okay, we have a motion to approve the minutes from the March 7th meeting.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Do I have a motion to approve the February treasurer's report?
I'll make it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Old business. Do I have a motion to award or deny Douglas Parkway paving project to Joseph McCormick Construction?
Motion.
Tammy, can you pull that up on the overhead?
No, these are well, aren't these just
Next one over.
He has. Raise that.
I think that's for any
Yes, that's it. Up on the projector, we have the bid tab for the Douglas Parkway paving project. The bids were opened on March 3rd. 2 bids, one from Joseph Construction and one from Lindy Paving. Joseph McCormick was the lowest responsible bidder at $138,225.48.
Do we have any comments? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Do I have a motion to award or deny Hammett Road Sidewalk Phase 2 project to Amendola Construction and Maintenance Corp. for a total of $88,814.75?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
So we have the bid tab on the screen again for this project. For this one, we had 6 bidders. It was opened again at March 3rd at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We had a base bid and an ad alternate. The base bid, Amendola, was the low parent bidder and their lowest responsible bidder at $88,814.75. This takes the project from where it left off in 2019 at Lorry Drive and takes it to Dorn Road with the crossings of Hammett Road at Dorn Road. The ad alternate, which is not going to be awarded, would have took the sidewalk, continued it down Hammett Road to Marley Way. The prices for the sidewalk increased quite a bit on this section, so we're going to hold off and possibly maybe do this with our own forces in the future, or most likely whenever the last phase of the Trails of 5 Points go through, they would put in the vast majority of the sidewalk and we'd fill in the gap. So with that, we're going to go with the base bid of $88,814.75.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are there any questions regarding the sidewalk project? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You have a question?
I was just gonna say, most people use the street anyhow. Put the sidewalk there.
Land development.
We have a Kowalski preliminary subdivision plan. This preliminary subdivision plan is being proposed by the developer to subdivide the existing 15.78 acres into 8 lots for the purpose of marketing single-family dwellings. This is just a preliminary plan.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve or deny preliminary plan for the Allen Kowalski parcels 40-14-86-4.03 and zone RLD/.
Recommended approval.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Questions? Yes, Jim.
Isn't affiliated with the 8 lots that he's subdividing.
Is the cul-de-sac there, or they're doing that now?
They will be proposing a cul-de-sac.
And that's private.
Yeah, it's a private.
So private road.
Oh, it's a private road?
Yeah, public right-of-way privately maintained road.
Okay, as long as it's privately maintained road, because we know what happens to these cul-de-sacs, they don't get put in,
Right.
and then the township's spending a lot of money. Private road, no problem. Thank you very much.
Yes. Yes.
Where exactly is this located? This is on Robinson Road.
Just a little bit west of Route 97, I would say 1,000 feet.
Well,
There's a subdivision there.
See,
Go ahead.
Dundee Road is,
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
all right.
Aye.
so the next subdivision plan that I have is, is a land development plan. We received the plan on February 28th. The planning board recommended on March 14th, 7 Perry Highway, where the Country Tavern used to be. They are proposing a flagship fireworks store to sell fireworks. Jim, if you want to expand on that?
Well, yes, it is a new building, flagship fireworks with parking areas, stormwater management, sidewalks. It meets all the ordinances of the township. And the Planning Commission and Erie County Planning recommended it for.
Well, we are waiting to send out an operation and maintenance agreement on their stormwater, but Jim is going to get that to me tomorrow. We'll get that out.
Right, and the other condition the Planning Commission made was they wanted me to radius part of the marginal access way to ease fire truck accessibility between the project and the casino's marginal access, and I made that revision on the plan.
And I believe we are going to be putting a sidewalk in front of
Yes.
this building. We're not going to defer this sidewalk.
Okay. Okay, so at this time, I'll take a motion to approve or deny the land development plan contingent upon receiving the O&M.
Yes.
Plan for Frank and
Jimmy.
8170 Perry Highway, parcel 40-12-MUR.
I'll make that motion to approve.
All second.
Questions?
One of you guys got the address wrong. Either she's got 8107 or you got 8170, so make sure you have the right address. I think the 7 is correct. That's the odd side of the street.
So it would be 07?
8107.
Okay. Correction would be 8107 Perry Highway, not 8170.
How are they handling the wetlands back there?
We're not touching it.
Yeah, I know it was a big deal before,
Oh, yeah.
so I just wondered, I mean, it was, everybody knew about it.
Yeah, they're back quite a bit further than this
So
development.
that's not getting, you're not even close to that.
Not even close.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Aye. Mr. Solicitor?
No, I have nothing.
Matt?
The next meeting, we're gonna have to hold our MS4 public input session. Years past, we've typically done this in March, and most everybody's, I think, lived through on here. But just to recap, it's a review of where we are with our MS4 permit, what we did the past year, and what our goals and ambitions are to do in the year upcoming. So I was thinking we would have that meeting during the April 4th supervisors meeting, after this an agenda item, and then we'd advertise it with the Facebook and our website. We don't have to do a separate newspaper posting for that one. And then just a kind of an FYI update. Waste Management's looking to replace 3 culverts on the east side of the township, Benjamin, Footmill, and Zwilling. They were going for the permits last year. I think this is the first time I mentioned it. They are, if they do not have the permits already, they're really close, and they're looking spring, summer, so look forward to that. There'll be some road closures, because it's width of the roads and everything, it's easier to close the road, put it in the culvert, and then reopen the road. So just be ready for some road closures on that side of the town this year. And that's all I have for tonight.
Okay, thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
Jack?
Thanks for coming. That's it.
Oh, the weather's starting to come around, looking pretty nice, so we're getting ready to get the park spruced up, ready to go, and get some fertilizer on the ball fields and the soccer fields, and just looking forward to a nice season. Hopefully everything works out. That's it. Thank you.
I've got nothing, so, public input. Jim?
Yeah. Jack, this is addressed to you since your name's on the piece of paper that was sent to me Saturday. Addressed to me stating that I'm running a landfill in my backyard because I have construction debris there.
Yeah, I just seen that on the
Okay.
email.
It's in my backyard, not a problem. All that will be recycled at some point. But if you're coming after me, you better go after everybody in this township. I can point a parcel of land over here that I talked to Kip or Nate Miller in 2016. The car is still sitting there and the scrap is still sitting in the driveway. 6 years. I mentioned something to Tony last meeting about a couple parcels, and I get this. So either go after everybody or don't go after anybody on every ordinance. He enforces what he wants on who he wants when he wants. I complained to him last year about the big parcel, the big tree piles down there at the old bean farm. They're burning. He's sitting in the road. I'm on my motorcycle. Tells me they have a burning permit. I said they're violating 4 parts of the ordinance. No one's watching the fire. The pile was bigger than 10 by 10. They had no source of water to put it out, and it was still burning after 8 o'clock. No fines were issued. Why do we have ordinances, guys? Why do we have a code enforcement if he's not going to do anything about it? He's enforcing what he wants, on who he wants, when he wants. I have to tell Tony, and then he goes and does it. That's his job. The truck bed was sitting right out in the field. It's not like it was hidden behind the garage. This is hidden behind the garage. I've been waiting to take it in, and I will take it in. This is ridiculous. I expect something to be done with him. If he's not going to enforce the rules on everybody, they shouldn't be enforced on anybody. And I guarantee if you drive around, you're going to find 30 other places like that. There's junk cars everywhere, according to your rules, and nobody's enforcing them.
Well, I know I've got a pretty good laundry list of items that he's been enforcing, but I'm not saying that, you know, it's perfect by any means. But we get all.
That's his job.
I know, we get all the, you know, his reports, and I'm not saying that, you know, anybody's been cited, but, you know, there's a lot of documentation as far as people.
Documentation doesn't get anything done, Mark.
It does to a certain degree. I would say
If it doesn't get cleaned up
85%
or
of the
resolved, it's not doing any good, and they're not being taken to court.
I guess what I'm saying is when people get that letter, they take it serious, and then they usually clean it up.
Usually, not all the time. I
Not
have
all
a
the
picture
time.
here from 2018 of Star Tree Service. Had a flatbed leaning against the tree. They laid it down. It's still in the field. So according to the township rule, that's running a junkyard, because I got cited for having a pickup truck bed for my old truck in my yard. Running a junkyard. Still there. 4 years later. What's he doing, guys? Taking a paycheck. Jack, you're in charge of him. Your name's on that letter. What's going on?
All 3 of us are in charge, Jim.
But your name's on the letterhead.
Yep. You're exactly
That
right.
means you're in charge of that piece of
I didn't
paper
sign
coming
the
to me.
letter Kip did. We can talk to him tomorrow.
Yeah, well,
Make sure he's going everywhere he's supposed to.
we are all in charge of Kip, really. I mean, we gotta say.
Then all 3 of your names should be on the paper.
Well, right.
I think we're talking about a lot of technicalities here. I mean, the issue, you know, how the letter's signed, who's signing what, whatever it is really not important. The issue is whether the violation occurred in the letter that was sent out. So I think, Tammy, you oversee that process. That's something that,
And if you ever have any complaints, please call me or stop in my office. I would be happy to.
Tammy, I could have a list of 100. If I just drove from Jeff Crawley's store over there and looked in 7 backyards and I seen, I don't know how many violations according to your rules. I mean,
If we can see it from the road, then definitely.
exactly.
A
I'm
violation.
not driving in their backyard. And I'm not saying Kipton can't see it. You can see it from Lee Road. You're right.
Right.
I'm in violation of the ordinance. But there's 100 other people in this township in violation and they're not getting letters sent.
Absolutely, please stop in my office and we can go through that.
That's not
And
my job.
I can tell you, yeah, but I mean, if you're a resident that is complaining about an issue, then we want to take care of it. We do send out letters and I'm not afraid to take them to the district court as well. And, you know, we'll take a break in the law. And we do follow up. You know, if somebody got a notice of violation, we follow up in 30 days to find out if they've rectified the situation. You know, now that spring's here without the leaves, you can see everything. Some people, you know, use the leaves for shield, but, you know, we don't have a problem taking them over to court, and we have. So I don't know where, you know, that got started where we don't. I'm not, you know, again, we're not afraid to do that. And if I can make this easier for everybody, then I will. So please let us know where these violations are, or
Put me on the payroll. I'll tell you where they all are. I'm not kidding.
That's right.
I'm not going to do Kip's job. That's his job. I'm sorry, his job is being a bad person, for no other word. He's got to look for problems in the township, and he's afraid to do that.
right, so.
That's
the
my
point-
problem.
The point of public comment is to bring issues to the supervisors. They have, once you start defaming somebody on their individual character, then you're kind of going over the line. So I think you've identified what the issue is. You have a concern about the consistency of the application of the ordinance. We've said if you have if you're aware of violations, you're more than happy to provide them to us. You're not willing to do that, but we draw the line. I draw the line of using public comment for the purpose of defaming somebody and determining whether they're a bad person or not. If you don't like them, fine. This is not the opportunity to defame them.
He didn't mean that. He means the code enforcement guy is always a bad guy. He's the bad guy.
Exactly, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
in that case-
That is yes, I'm not saying Kip's a bad guy. Kip's a
Thank
bad
you.
guy because his job is to be code enforcement.
I took that the wrong way.
Okay.
He's always in a bad position. Understood.
He's always in a bad position, let's say that.
Thank you.
How about that? Maybe I phrased it wrong.
I took it the wrong way then. Thank you.
Maybe the way I stated it was the wrong way to state it too.
Yeah, he's not delivering flowers. like-
Exactly.